Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Expert Lancer here, coming at you with the updated pure DDD deck profile. DDD's just recently got the support of Big Genghis, and I wanted to post a pure list that doesn't run any side engines. It can be slow at times, but if you open right, this deck is actually very, very explosive and is able to OTK very easily and set up pretty good boards. Even though Link format did slow it down a little bit, but it's one of the rogue decks that actually have a lot of potential. So I'm gonna get right into the list. You play triple Swamp Kepler. This is your main search card. When he's normal special, you can add any dark contract. So you can use this to search the contract that searches the card. So he's an inherent +1. So triple Kepler. He's also your high skill, which helps you pendulum summon. Triple Savant Copernicus. This is your second best normal summon. This guy Foolish barrels any DD or dark contract and is an unchanging low scale. Triple Abyss King Ragnarok. He's a double monster reborn. When he's in scale and you special summon a DD monster, you can special any DD monster from your graveyard. You take 1,000 damage. Your opponent takes half battle damage for the rest of the turn. His field effect is when he's normal special, you can special summon a triple D name, so you revise one of the big guys from graveyard, and also you contribute one other DD monster you control to the target of monster your opponent controls and banish it. And that second effect is the soft ones per turn, so you can, if you have multiple Ragnaroks, you can do multiple banishes. So here's one of your reborns. Next we play triple Savant Thomas. Really, playing 3 is an option, but I prefer 3. Most people play 2, but I feel like 2 is not enough because Thomas is what enables the grind game with this deck, because its skill effect allows you to add a DD monster from your extra deck to your hand, which is any way of adding resources is good for this deck. And also its field effect, you can pop a DD skill and special summon a Ragnarok from the deck in defense, and you can make a rank 8 from there. So that's it for the pendulums. For the non-pendulum DD monsters, we played 3 Lamia. This is your recurring tuner. There are some combos that allow you to use her up to 4 times in 1 turn. 3 Lamia, you can special summon her from your hand or graveyard by pitching a DD or dark contract from hand or field. And then if you do that effect, she gets banished when she leaves the field. Triple Necro Slime, this card allows you to fuse from graveyard by using DD monsters in your graveyard as material. Triple Swirl Slime, which is your main starter card. This card allows you to fuse from hand. It reveals in hand a fusion summon. And then on top of that, you can banish it as cost from graveyard to special summon from hand. So this helps you get, this is really your main starter. These two are your 2 best starters. And I'll also show you guys a combo at the end of this. That's it for the DD monsters. I do play 2 Ash Blossom and 2 Effect Reeler. These guys are completely optional, but I prefer to have them in there because in case you do lose that dice roll, hand traps do help out. Worst case scenario, if you go first, you side them out for Called by the Grave. Not Called by the Grave, but trap cards or anything that could be useful. But I play 4 hand traps. You really don't want to brick with hand traps, so that's the reason I only play 4. Triple Contract with the Gate. This card searches any of your DD monsters hard once per turn during your main phase, and during each of your standby you burn for 1,000. And then followed by 1 contract with the Swamp King. This card allows you to fuse from hand, field, or grave to summon a DD monster. Also, you take 1,000 during your standby. Next, for draw cards, we play 2 Allure Darkness. The only reason I'm not maxing out on this is because I do play those hand traps, and there are times where I'll draw into the hand traps and have to banish a combo piece. But I usually play Allure Darkness when it's safe. But 2 Allures, I honestly would play a 3rd, but I only have 2 ultis, and I don't like mixed match rarity, so 2 Allures. 2 copies of Desires. I'm usually against playing more than 1 in a 40 card deck, but you kind of want to see this card because you want to be able to dig as much as possible during your turn 1. And the +1 is really useful. And since you play 3 of everything, banishing really doesn't hurt that much. 1 Upstart Goblin, you're playing a 39 card deck. 2 Called by the Graves. It's limited to 2. I would be playing 3 if it was available. But it's a combo based deck, you don't want to lose to hand traps. The God cards 1 for 1, Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, and Soul Charge. Reborn effects, gets combo pieces in graveyard, and this is a +1 if you summon Kepler. So that's it for the main deck. Off to the X deck, we play 1 Genghis. This guy revives a DD monster when a DD monster is special summoned, and when he's destroyed by a battle card effect, you can add a contract from grave. 1 Oracle King Diarch. This card reverses burn damage. It's a level 7, and it's 2800 body that you can make easy. And then we play 2 High Flame King Genghis. This guy, soft once per turn, you can, when your opponent activates a spell or a trap during your turn, you can negate it and destroy it. And the second effect is hard once per turn. When a DD monster is normal or special, you can special summon 1 from grave. So it's another reborn. So both of these are reborns. And then we have Ghost King Alexander. When a DD monster is normal or special, you can revive a level 4 or lower. When out as Meteor Burst, especially from skill, you special Ragnarok, you get another monster reborn effect. And then you can go in a Crystal Wing. 1 Siegfried. This card quick play negates spells and traps, and when he dies, you gain 1,000 for each contract. 1 Crystal Wing, just because it's a really good boss monster to go into. That's it for the synchros. On to the exceeds. 1 Hope Harbinger to negate spells, redirect attacks, and when an exceed monster dies, he gains an attack equal to it. 1 Photon Lord to negate monster effects. Quick play during either player's turn, you can detach material, negate a monster effect. Doesn't destroy, but it can negate a graveyard effect, hand effect, or field effect. So you can use this to stop hand traps, whatnot, anything that could be a problem. Versus Felgrind, which is like only for field. And 1 Kali Yuga, just when you summon, he negates everything on the field. Cards effects cannot be activated. He stops stuff like Guska, anything that could be a problem, he stops, and he shuts down entire boards. And then you can detach to destroy all spells and traps on the field. So if you're playing a back row heavy deck, it's good to get a couple baits out and then drop Kali Yuga and just blow away the rest of your setup. Sometimes I'll go against True Dracos and if they don't have skill drain or a way to stop him, as soon as he hits the board, everything is dead, and then I just detach and nuke it all. I may lose him if I hit a trap, but it's well worth it. 1 Link Karibo for the combos, because Kepler and Lemmy are both level 1s. 1 Land for Linkus, just because it's a generic Link 2. 1 Electromite, because they're combos with him. And 1 Borrelsword Dragon as a boss monster for Links. This is it. This is all I played for Links. You can also run Master King Archfiend and Summon Sorceress. That is also a very good way to do things. But I'm still waiting on my Summon Sorceress in the mail to test it out. But for right now, this works fine. You can sub these 2 out, or these 2 out for Summon Sorceress and Master King. But I like it the way it is. Also, this deck's forever changing. I do have a mock side deck put together. Side deck's really up to personal preference, but I play triple Gamma Seal, which probably should be Radiant Kaijus because Radiant's dark, but I chose Gamma Seal because it's pretty and it's 2200 body, and it's a level 8, so you can make rank 8s out of it. Side the 3rd Ash and 3rd Veiler, just because if I'm going second, I need more hand traps. I do side 1 copy of the Big Dude. Hear me out on this. The Big Dude's super good. Like, no one plays him at all. I side him because if you duel like a weird deck like Crusadia or any of those decks that have those really hard to beat boss monsters, you can just use this effect. You can, when it battles, you can bounce a DD or Dark Contract as cost to equip a monster your opponent controls, and it doesn't target. Equips it to him, and he gains attack equal to it. You can equip more than 1 monster, but it's a hard once per turn during either player's turn. So this guy can get pretty beefy. Like, let's say you're looking down the barrel of 2 Chaos Max Dragons, just spitballing a monster out there. You can attack one, use this effect, bounce the contract, equip the other one, and then run over with 7200 attack power. So this guy, he just helps OTK. Next I play triple copies of Twin Twisters because back row is your worst nightmare besides hand traps. And then one Dark Hole Regeki. Also, you really don't mind pitching with this deck. One Dark Hole Regeki, just really good board removal. I play 2 Curse Seal, a Forbidden Spell. This card can be swapped for Mind Control. I mean, not Mind Control, Mind Crush. Any generic going first card. This is really personal preference. But I chose Curse Seal because you can hit stuff like Engage, Invocation, anything that you don't want your opponent resolving multiples of. And it could just win games. Like I blow out Sky Strikers if I flip this on Engage. Use one for Engage, use the other one for Widow Anchors or Afterburners, and it's basically GG from there. And then the last 2, I play 2 evenly matched. I feel like this is a pretty balanced side deck. This guy's optional. The only reason he's in the side deck versus main deck is because I need to play 2 big Genghis for some combos and whatnot, and the second Genghis always comes up. But that's it for my little extra deck side deck I put together. I'll show you guys a quick combo. It's nothing crazy, but let's say we have let's make a mock hand. So you have 5 cards in hand. You normal summon Copernicus. Use its effect. You don't Swirl Slime. Activate Swirl Slime's effect, banishes cost, special from hand. You summon Kepler. Kepler's effect will activate, allowing you to add contract with the gate. Next you activate Gate. The link summon for 2. To summon your Heavy Metal Foe's Electromite. Electromite's effect will activate, allowing you to stack your extra deck. You stack Savant Thomas. Next you activate Contract with the Gates effect to search. You'll search for your second copy of Savant Thomas. Next you'll scale Thomas, use its effect. Add back Kepler. Next you'll use Electromite's effect to destroy Thomas. And add Thomas. Then get a random draw. Next you'll scale Thomas, scale Kepler. And you'll Pendulum summon for 1. Summon Thomas. Use its effect to destroy Kepler. Special summon Ragnarok. Then you can overlay into either Hope Harbinger, Kali Yuga, or Full Time Lord. It doesn't seem like a lot, but this is a 2-card combo, and you can also do it with Foolish and basically any way of getting a Pendulum monster out there. So that's why Electromite is kind of useful, because now you have a spell negator. You have your spell that allows you to add monsters once per turn, and a monster that allows you to add from your extra deck once per turn. So next turn you can use this effect, add Kepler back, and you can add Ragnarok and Pendulum summon Ragnarok, revive something, or depending on whatever else is in your hand, I mean, you can combo from there. But that's a 2-card combo. There is a 3-card combo. I'm still working out the kinks on 4-card combos yet, for right now. But for the 3-card combo, you need Kepler plus any 2 of these. So you have these. Well, let's just pick one. So this is 3-card combo. Don't summon Kepler, use its effect. Search for Gate. Activate Gate effect. Search for Necro Slime. Next, you'll link Kepler. Summon your link Karibo. Next, you activate the effect the swirl sign. Fuse. Into Little Genghis. Next, you activate the effect the swirl sign. Banish. Special summon Lemmy. This is going to trigger Genghis effect. Special summon Necro Slime. Next, you'll link 2 to your landfill Linkus. Next, you'll synchro summon for 7. Go into Alexander. Next, you activate the effect of Necro Slime. Banish. Special summon your DR. This will trigger Alexander. Special back Lemon. Synchro summon. Summon Siegfried. Activate Lemon's effect. Crystal Grave. Special. Synchro for 8. Oh, I'm tripping. Wow, this is actually bad. Instead of going for Siegfried, you make Crystal Wing, and then you pitch Special, Synchro, for Siegfried. Make Crystal Wing first, then Siegfried. I apologize for messing that combo up, but yeah, that's the simple 3-card combo. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I do have my Pendulum build coming up. And the Pendulum variant is a lot more consistent and a lot more explosive. Basically, the way it works is if you can summon Electromite and resolve it, you basically win. But that's it for this profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. And peace.